All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do a new local man book. This is issue number, what does it say, 7 from Image Comics. It's been 4 months since I did the last one because I just couldn't get all these books. That's like I said, I'm not living in America, and we have not much comic book shops anymore. And so I'm ordering through a Dutch Belgian website, but I'm gonna not buy them, one at a time because of the insane shipping costs. So I'm doing bundling them, and then it's gonna, been shipped to my location. But sometimes it takes a lot of time because out of stock, not in print anymore. I have to wait, I have to look around. So yeah, Local Man is actually really good. It's more like it's a superhero comics, but man, it's not. Let me rephrase that. It's not a superhero comic, but it has superheroes in it. And there's a lot of things in here. There's a lot of mysteries, a lot of things behind the scenes. It's great. It also introduces a flip book mechanic here, and the flip book mechanic is having some short stories about certain characters, about backgrounds, etc. The main hero, Local Man, is Crossjack, and he was basically having an affair with, or has a girl called Inga, and she is here. We're not really going into this, but Inga is taking over, I believe, a restaurant or something like that, right? And here's what she was younger when her mom was serving, etc., etc. And she is married to a cop. Now, it seems that, what's his name? A Local Man name? What's his name? Jack, yeah. Jack has a fling with her while she was with the cop. So basically she was, what's the word? Infidelity, is that how you say it? I don't know. And he also screwed with a lot of other women. He's basically a womanizer. So he comes back to this town, but this town has a lot of secrets. And now he is looking for a child killer, right? Well, Inga has some secrets of her own, and also the police cop who is basically hating him, but they are now getting along, right? Because he's the cop of this town, and he realizes that Jack wants to do the right thing, so he gives him basically a chance to help him out, right? But then he's been dragged into the water by, well, we don't know. And then he sees 2 guys and he throws some billiard balls, is that how you say it? And you hear that it's hitting and he's drowning, and then he wakes up. And he wakes up at this hippie camp, and this guy says, "Hey, my friends, you said jumped in the water. My friends tried to pull you out, but then you threw billiard balls at them. It wasn't friendly at all." Crossjack. And he says, "Well, I'm not Crossjack. He says, where's my mask? Who are you people? Which one of you pushed me in the river?" So he gives him some tea. And this hippie dude says that he's now in the Star Tribe, here in the people's woods to pray for the soul of America. "None of us push you down the river. We only tried to help you up, Crossjack." He said, "Well, I'm not Crossjack. Your masked rat's over here with your weapons," he says. He cannot usually use that name because, well, read my other reviews and you know why he cannot use the name. It's copyrighted somehow. Anyway, "Would you like us to call you Local Man?" "No, that's just stupid." "Jack Saver, defender of Farmington." That's stupid too, right? I guess just Jack. What about you?" "Call me Coochie Poo." All right. So he says, "You're a super, right?" He says, I used to be Coochie Poo. I used to be." "What are your powers?" "Like, I aim good. That's it. Yeah, I don't miss, and I'm stronger and faster than most people. So it's basically like Bullseye, but then without, Bullseye is not stronger and faster than normal people, but he can hit, but that's his power." "You ever meet Cyblade?" Remember Cyblade from, when I unboxed did an unboxing video, I just blanked at the same superhero group. It's not Wildcats, it's the other one. Cyberforce. Yeah, Cyberforce. So he has some questions. He says, "What is that all over your chest, your hearts?" "These hearts, for one of every person I love, they just appear when the lover moves on. Once my flesh is covered, I think I just floated up to heaven. I feel things deep, Mr. Local Man, so deeply they become my body. That's my super person power. When I feel things, they are true. That's why the Star Tribe's seeking my teacher. Yeah, right, nutcase. So he says, I'm doing a favor for Chief Buckles. They found a 16-year-old girl, a really good swimmer, found her drowned in dry land. You welcome everybody, right? I want you to know if you welcome a child murderer in your camp. Your power tells you things like mine. It tells you when something's right. You heard a voice out there at the river, didn't you? I think that voice is your power. It's not just for cue balls and croquet mallets. It tells you what's right. You know the Star Tribe didn't hurt that girl. And you know there's something not quite right about Chief Buckles. So Chief Buckles is the cop. This is a flashback. And he warns Local Man, I'm not asking you to solve this thing. In fact, if you go poking around in any part of besides these hippies, I lock you up myself. All right. Your power wants you to find your own justice your way, doesn't it? Yeah, I think so. So he's basically saying, hey, goodbye. You can always come back to the Star Tribe and the House of Hearts. So these followers says, coochie shit, man. That was beautiful. That's where those hearts came from? I didn't you know you were whatever I call it, a young blood? I'm not. There's one of these for everybody who was ass I ate at Coachella 2012. He was going for a world record. So he says, grab me some tea, because it seems that they drugged him. So he's basically flipping out a little bit and he doesn't know what's going on. And so then he gets a cell phone call from Inga, right? He said, what you doing? Working. Crossjack stuff. More super hearing already? Boy, when it rains, it pours. Now, but since he is under influence, he sees things that are not there. So I'm going to hide this because they also show some degenerate stuff like an bunghole, if you know what I mean. Bumhole. Yeah. So Inga said something, hey, I got something for you, right? And he says, oh man, holy shit. So he thinks she shows him her butt. Inga says, you're trying to get your shit together. Trying to be a good guy. Yeah, of course. I'm still following my own voice, Pep, says to the dog. I just got to take care of one thing first. So he's shooting a photo of his dick, and that is what Inga sees. She says, what the fuck? And what she shows him is is this. Some bakery stuff. And then Carmi, his daughter, says, hey, I can't sleep. You've been acting weird. Really weird. Are you scared of something? No, I'm just busy. The bakery and the Future Forum and all those young business leaders. I'm just dealing with a lot of adult pressure. It's going to be all over soon. Then there's nothing there. All right. So then he goes to this house and there's a boy. And he says, hey, Crossjack. It's not Crossjack now. I mean, call me Lockerman, I guess. Look at your dog. I love him. No car, you walked here. Are you parents owned? I have questions about Mackenzie Chang. And he says, well, my dad's at work and my mom is, she's at her friend's. Why is he hesitating? So there's this Future Forum. These people are, I don't know, ambassadors, I guess, child ambassadors. So, all right. So Crossjack noticed something about this boy. Pause his voice. He's too young, shouldn't tell his horrible things, not even public yet. That face, averting eyes, familiar look. He feels guilty. She's dead, Greg. Someone killed her. Get serious, firm voice, sound like Camel Crusader. Greg, what happened? She came to me, she was stressed out. And not just about the Future Forum. She's been hearing voices like a song. So it seems that she is, I don't know, under influence of her, medication, right? Because, she needs them. And she wants a ride to where she said it was coming from. Like in the middle of the edge of the town. And he says, she was Mr. Johanning Butscholt's favorite. the woman that he just called, always got to go everywhere with her. Inga told her she had opportunities for her, like the face of the future form. And I thought maybe if everyone was worried about her mental health again, I could, get a spot. It's hard, okay? I got a mom in rehab and dad who spends all our money on booze. It's not like there's a lot of opportunities around here. You're going to take me where you took her, Greg. And you can hold my dog. All right, now the strange thing is that it seems that Crossjack is not under influence anymore, right? But then later when he steps out of the car and he says, I'm feeling great, Craig. I'm the can't miss kid. Mackenzie heard a song. I heard a song. Maybe you have to take a look. So, did he? Yeah, he says there's a song like this, like a howling. All right. So he's flipping out again, right? And then he's bumping into some kind of a sewer connection or drainage. He says, my power wants me to find my own justice. My powers answers question. How do I use this weapon? How do I make it hit where I need to hit? How hard, which direction? Why can't I take my arm off when I sleep on my side so it's actually comfortable? Does the voice in my head sound like the one that comes out of my mouth? My power, how hard, which direction? It's just not for cue balls and croquet mallets. So he hits something and he walks there. There we go. Talk. I love a talk. Follow my voice, my power. But to where? The place is singing, but there's no sign. So this is the part where Inga was in the last issue at the end of the book was going, and there were people in there. And there is a... So he says, again, what her husband says, if you go outside the parts where you don't need to go, I'm going to lock you up myself. So he says, I'm used to be a superhero. And she is seeing him through the camera. So her husband comes, cop husband, he says, hey, is everything okay at the station? It's like you always say, when it rains, it pours. I have to talk with you. It's about Mackenzie Chang. So she's hearing that she's drowned. And Inga's really devastated. But then we see all these tubes where people were in it. And it seems that there are clones, maybe, of the 4th gen. Like King Bee, Meltdown, Seascape, Peekaboo, the Slick. I was supposed to be one of you until I got sent up to the big leads, the 3rd gen. I didn't know you, I never got a chance to, but now I know I'm me. But now I know me. I'm a detective on the hunt for a murder, and my powers will lead me to the killer. They always do. I'm going to get justice for Mackenzie Chang, and I'm going to get justice for you. And he's then starting to puke, and that leads us to the next issue. No, this is the flip side thing. All right, so what do I think about it? This was a little bit more slower. I like that. Only, like I said, my biggest gripe is this, I'm completely stoned or influenced, and then a couple of seconds, I'm completely, this is some influence here, but it's maybe fading away. And then when he comes closer, he's getting, I don't know, all flipped out again, right? He's just grabbing his own caption boxes. And then he goes off the rails again a little bit here. I like this visual imagery. It's really well done. Locoman is a fun book. It's really well written. And I want to know what's going on with Inga, right? And what happened to the 4th gen here at the end. What happened to them? Did they die? Or are you just, I don't know, clones? Because we see, I didn't see even this. Is this a reflection? Or is this something that actually is inside here? Because seascape, like a water being, water being. Yeah. All right, we're going to find out in the next issue, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. See you next time. Bye-bye.